Okay, yeah. Good evening, everyone. So welcome back to the session. Fine. Okay, in last class we have seen the concept of Kubernetes. Sorry, not Kubernetes. This one, 3-tier architecture, right? So we have gone for 1-tier architecture, and later then we have seen the 2-tier, and finally we have seen the 3-tier. In today's class, I'm gonna show you what is the meaning of server and why we need to use a server. But before I proceed, is anyone new for today's session, day one? Okay, you people came today. Like how many of you? Raise one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, fine. Okay. So guys, we will tell the course duration and everything at the end of session. Don't worry about it. Okay. First of all, let's go with the concept today. So I'll be opening my presentation here. So in today's session, we are going to speak about servers. Okay. So the complete concept is about servers only. So before I proceed, I'll ask you one question. Server can also be called as layer, or even you can call it as tier. So tier you can call it as, or server you can call, or you can call it as layer. Anything will be fine. So the people who came to session today, so don't worry about the last session. So those two are completely theoretical part. Okay. So don't worry about the session. So today is the first practical part for you. So we are going to start it now. So before I proceed the session, can anyone tell me what is the purpose of using server? Why we need to use server? First of all, what is a server and why we need to use it? Server serves the services to end user. Already this point I mentioned in the last class. Okay. So in order to make it practically clear, so I'm going to take one simple as well as daily life use example. So you can take it here. So let me make it present. So I think you are able to see the diagram this very, very clearly. So for example, let's consider we all go for a restaurant. For example, there is a family. So there are 3 people. So here, whenever, so people go to restaurant like this, for example, this first person is there. Okay. What is the person requirement? Means he want to order some biryani. What do you want to order? After that, the second person is there. He's a child. What is requirement? He want to order some sweet. What do you want to order? Sweet. And there is a lady her requirement is she want to order some salad. So the person one want to order the biryani, and person two want to order the sweet, and person three want to order the salad. Now, first of all, this person one call the server and ask to the server, I want some good mutton biryani. Just give it for me. Now, what that server will do, server will take the request from the user and go to the kitchen and bring the biryani for him and serve him. So now user one requirement fulfill or not, sir? Similarly, again the person two is there. Who is the person two here? The small kid. Okay, what is his requirement? He want to order some sweet. Now again, request will be given to whom? Given to whom? Server. Now server will take the request from the child and go to the kitchen and serve him the sweet. Now user 2 requirement satisfied or not, sir? Similarly, we have user 3. She want to order some salad. What is the thing she want to order? Salad. So she will tell the requirement for the server. Server will take the request from the user and again give the salad for the user 3. That means simply, this is the real life thing what we generally face. So this kind of situation will face or not, sir? Definitely we all gonna face. So in the above diagram, what I can see is there are different requests for the user, but all the requests will be given to whom there? You know what server is doing? Listening to the request from the user and serving the user as per the requirement. So in the real life also, for example, let's take, now I'm comparing with real life now. For example, all of you know Paytm application. So let's take Paytm. Paytm is going to have service like movies, train, DTH, recharge. So like this, I'm going to have 4 services. How many? So what is the first user requirement? You want to access the movie tickets. So what I'll do is Paytm movies. If I send the request, is server sending me the movies response or not, sir? That means is my user one request done here clearly? Their user one ordered biryani, but here what user one is ordering? Movies. Is the server serving the movie ticket for the user one or not? Correct. Similarly, what is my user two requirement here? You want to book the Prime tickets. Now what I'll do, I'll go to here and I'll type Paytm Prime. Now I'm telling it to server. So server is taking my request and sending me the response. Are you seeing it now? Am I able to book the train tickets or not, sir? That means here my user two request is also fulfilled. Similarly, my user three requirement is what here? He want to build the DTH, like he want to pay the DTH bill. So now what he will do? He will go to server again and type here Paytm DTH. Now user requirement is to get the DTH. Now server took the request and sending the DTH response for the user. Is it clear or not? That means in a simple word, what exactly we can define of a server is server will take the request from the user. Server will take the request from the and send the response to the user. Is the point clear for all of you know? So the same example I explained on a couple of ways. First one, what we generally see on our real life. Second one, what we discuss on the technical example. So like this in our classes, we are not going to the technical example directly. First of all, I'll touch the real life example. From the real life example, we're gonna deliver the technical reality. All in, is the concept of server clear for all of you? What is the meaning of server? Can you please confirm in chat box once, all of you? Okay, fine. So it was clear for all of you. Great. So doubts and queries, as usual, we'll discuss at the end. Don't worry about the queries part. I'll take some like separate time for you to discuss the doubts and queries. Fine. So now in somebody in the interview, if they ask you about what is the meaning of server, server is to serve the services to the end user. They will take the request and they will send the response. Fine. Sir, coming to the type of servers, how many type of servers we seen in last session? 3: web server, app server, database server. So let me make it note here. Let me open the notes. I'm writing here what is the meaning of server. Okay, it is day 3. So first example I'm going to teach you is about server. Server, what is the meaning of server? Serves the services to end user. It will take request from user and send response. Is the point clear for all of you know? Fine. Sir, coming to the type of servers you already know. We know about web server, app server, database server. Sir, apart from that, if you want to create server, in how many ways we can create servers? Guys, remember server you can create on 2 ways. How many ways? One is physical server where we need to build the entire infrastructure. Second one is cloud server. So to build the physical server, we need to invest a lot of time and there will be a lot of work. But if you want to build the cloud server, it will just take only 1 minute. How many minutes? But physical server will take one entire day. Which one we will choose? Cloud server only. Okay. So here I'm going to talk about types of servers. Of course, I'm not talking about a web app and database. So here we have 2 kind of servers. First one is physical server. Second one will be cloud servers. Sir, if we use physical server, there are a lot of disadvantages on physical server. First disadvantage will be I'm talking about it will consume space. See, if you want to build a server, this server need at least this much of room. For the room, do I need to spend money or not, sir? I need to pay like rent for the room. Second thing will be, whenever if you try to build the server, you need to have definitely air condition. 24/7 you need to have the electricity. So here, this is the second disadvantage. 24/7 electricity required. And third one will be maintenance. Which one? Sir, maintenance means like not electricity. For example, see, if you are having a server on your building, for example, let's say, like you are on holiday. Unfortunately, if your server stopped working, you know how to repair the server. You need to come from your holiday and you need to repair here or not, sir. That means maintenance also very difficult or not, sir. That is the reason why we avoid the physical servers in real time. Okay. The cloud server doesn't consume the space and cloud server doesn't require electricity from our end and maintenance is also not required from our end. If you take any cloud, it can be AWS or it can be GCP or it can be Azure. Any cloud will provide the services for us. For example, if I want to build one server, I can go to AWS and I can create the server. Okay. I can create the server from my laptop and I can use it. For example, if I use for 1 hour, I need to pay only amount for 1 hour. No, if I use the server for 1 day, I need to pay amount only for 1 day. So in this case, first of all, it will not consume the space. Why? Because here server I'm not creating on physical. I'm creating on cloud now. So data centers will operate the server. Second thing, 24/7 electricity will not be provided. Why? Because data centers will be run with always 24/7 electricity. Okay. So we need not to maintain 24/7 electricity. Third one, maintenance. In physical server, we need to maintain and operate on our own. But in cloud servers, AWS people will be responsible for maintaining the server. Now, if you compare physical server with cloud server, which one is best for user? Cloud. Why? Because we just create the server and we can just use it. Maintenance, electricity, everything will be taken care by the cloud people only. So that is the reason why we are opting for cloud. Okay. In the cloud server, we can create the server on AWS. We can create the server on Azure. We can create it on GCP. Of course, there are some n number of clouds also. But among them, already we discussed which cloud is very famous. Why? Because AWS is almost all having 34% of the market share. How much? Why? Because it was the first cloud that came into the market. It came in almost all in the year 2006 itself. But whereas GCP Azure came on the market of 2011 later that. Okay. Okay, sir, fine. You said about the servers. So when it comes to physical server, okay, we are having some limitation. To overcome that limitation, now which cloud we are using now? Cloud. In cloud, which server we are using now? AWS. So AWS full form is gonna be Amazon Web Services. And if we create a server in the AWS, that can be called as EC2. What we can call as? The full form of EC2 gonna be Elastic Compute Cloud. It's not Elastic Cloud Compute, it is Elastic Compute Cloud. Lot of people will have some confusion here. They will tell Elastic Cloud Compute. It is not correct. It is Elastic Compute Cloud. What we can call as? And the shortcut will be EC2. So here E for Elastic, one C for cloud, and second C for the compute. Is it clear now? Like that. Okay, sir, you said about if you want to create the server on AWS, you said that in AWS server can be called as EC2, which is called as Elastic Compute Cloud. But if I want to create a server, how many steps we need to have to create the server? So to create the server in AWS, we need to follow 7 steps. How many steps? So here I'm writing to create server on AWS, we need to follow 7 steps or it will take 7 steps. It will take 7 steps. Sir, what are the 7 steps? I'll show it very clearly. See. First step is nothing but giving the name for the server. What is the step number 1? And one more thing, to create the AWS EC2, you need to have the AWS account. As of now, you are not having the AWS account. But in tomorrow's session, I'm gonna teach you how to create AWS account. Okay, why? Because AWS account need to have any credit card or debit card. Okay, as of now, you don't have any cards now. So in the next class, I'm gonna teach you first of all how to create AWS account. So from then you can start your creating the servers. Okay. So now tell me how many steps it will take to create an EC2 instance. Step number one will be the name and tags. Okay. For example, if you go to the AWS account, in the top, you can see like this. Click on services. Are you seeing EC2 here? Click on EC2. Click on instances running. Currently, how many servers are running for you? You can see it very clearly. Currently, how many are running here? 0. So click on launch instance. The moment if you click on launch instance, first what you are seeing here, names and tags. It is a step number one. For example, if you want to give name for your server, you can give name. Of course, if you want to give tag also, you can give tag. But here I'm going with name. So name of my server, here I'm going to give it as Swiggy server. Which server? Let's take. Why? Because today I'm going to show you how to deploy the Swiggy application. In last class, which application I shown you? Netflix. Today I'll show you how to deploy the Swiggy application. So it is your step number one. Is step number one clear for all of you? What is step number one here? Name and tag. That means here you can give the name and tag for your server. Coming to the step number two here, we can give AMI. What we can give? I'll explain what is the meaning of AMI. First of all, AMI stand for Amazon Machine Image. Sir, what does this AMI consist? See, I'll explain it very clearly. Let's consider your server as a computer. What I'm asking here, your server as a computer. So tell me one thing. You have a computer. What is the most important thing that required to communicate with our computer? Operating system. What do you require? Tell me one thing. Without operating system, can you communicate with your computer? No, not only with the computers. Without operating system, we cannot communicate with any electronic gadgets. Let's take mobile phone. Do you have mobile phones, all of you? Without OS, can you operate the mobiles? Is it practically possible? No. So similarly, that is a server and I'm comparing the server with my computer. Just like computer operating system to communicate with it. So this server definitely requires the operating system. In this AMI, we are going to have the OS for our server. What we're going to have? OS. Sir, not only OS, you have some packages and everything you will be having. Okay. So in this AMI, you are having OS and software packages. What you will be having? Software packages you are having. So I'm writing this one. So in the AMI, here we have, in the AMI, what we have? We have the operating system and packages. We have OS and packages. What is the importance of OS here? To communicate with the computer or like server. Without communicating with the server, we cannot able to work. Okay, like this. And remember here, we don't install OS in the AMI. Automatically, AWS people will install the operating system on the AMI and they will give us directly. So here, if you go and see, are you seeing here Amazon Linux? It's a operating system of Linux. And are you seeing Mac OS? Are you seeing Ubuntu? Are you seeing Windows OS? Are you seeing Red Hat? Like this, AWS people already install the operating system in these images. And we can use the image. If I use the image, automatically OS will come from the image. So here, as of now, I'm taking Amazon Linux. What I'm taking? That means Amazon people have installed the Linux operating system on this AMI. If I use the AMI, automatically the Linux operating system will come to my server itself. So it is the step number 2. Now again, what is the step number 1? Name and tag. That means you can give the name of your server and any tags also. Step number 2. AMI full form? Amazon Machine Image. What does an AMI consist of? Operating system, software packages. Are the step number 1 and 2 clear for all of you? All in. Can you please confirm is the step number 1 and 2 clear for all of you or not? Fine. So it was clear for all of you. That was a great response online. Thank you. Okay, sir. Now step number 1 and 2 is clear. Now step number 3 will be having instance type. Which one? Sir, what is the meaning of instance type? I'll tell you. See, what I ask you to do, I ask you to compare my server with the computer. So now computer is having the operating system, but without CPU and memory, can computer work? No. Same like without CPU and memory, our servers will not work. So if you want to get the CPU and memory for the server, you need to go for instance type. In the instance type, you will be having both CPU and memory. What we are having? By default, we will be using T2 micro. It is a default instance type. We use T2 micro. T2 micro will consist of one CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Guys, here memory in the sense RAM I am speaking about. What I'm going to speak about? So I think all of you know difference between RAM and ROM, right? RAM is random access memory. What kind of data we can store? Temporary. ROM is read-only memory. For example, if you want to store the data permanently, in that case, we can use ROM. But here I'm speaking about RAM only. In general, RAM is used to process the data actually. Okay, it will not store the complete data for processing and those kind of information. We can use the RAM itself. So in the step number 3 called instance type, you will be having CPU and memory. So what kind of instance type you're going to take here? T2 micro. How many CPUs you get? One CPU. And how much of RAM you will get? 1 GB of RAM. And remember, this is for the free of cost. Of course, in real time, we can use 20 CPUs and 40 GB of RAM also for our servers. But as of now, for practical part, this T2 micro is sufficient for us. Like that. So this is the step number 3. Here you can go and see in the step number 3. Are you seeing instance type here? What is the default type here I'm showing you? T2 micro. How many CPUs you are having here? And how much of RAM? Is it free tier eligible or not, sir? Remember, in cloud, all resources are not free. Some resource we can use it for freely and some resource we need to pay amount for it. As of now, we are focusing on free tier eligible. In upcoming days, I'm going to show you how to work with the paid resource also. Like that. Again, step number 1 is to name and tag. Step number 2, what is it? AMA full form? Amazon Mission Image. Here what we are having? OS and software packages. Step number 3, we are having instance. What are the instance type we are having? CPU and memory. So here we have T2 micro, which will have 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Now coming to the step number 4, it is key pair. Which one? Sir, key pair is nothing but I'll tell you. For example, let's see. If I want to log into my computer very safely, we'll put some password, correct or not, sir? What is the main purpose of putting the password? Security. For example, instead of you, if some other people log into your system, they might steal your data. Here also in real time, instead of you log in, some other person log into your system. Directly they logged in. If they directly logged into your system, can they able to take data from your system or not, sir? For that purpose, we need to put some privacy. Okay. So in the step number 4, we have the concept called key pair. In this key pair, we can generate 2 keys. How many keys? One is public key, second one is private key. I can say it as key and a lock. I think all of you know what is key and lock, right? If we have key, if you put lock for it, is it safe or not, sir? But if you have key, you don't put the lock. What is the purpose of having the key and lock? No use. Here also for our server, we need to put the key pair. This key pair main purpose is to log in. Which purpose? Use it to log in. Okay, how many type of keys we are having? Here we have 2 keys. How many keys? Here we have 2 keys. Okay, what are the 2 keys? Means first one will be public key. Second one will be private key. Guys, public key will be maintaining by AWS. Who will maintain public key? Sorry. And private key will be maintained by the user itself. Okay. So key pair main purpose is to log in. Here we are going to have two keys. First of all, public key, which is going to maintain by AWS. Second one, private key, which is going to maintain by the user itself. Okay. If both public key and private key communicate with each other, then only we can able to log into our system. For example, if you have public key, I have private key. If you use both of them, then I can able to log into my server safely. If you have public key, I don't have private key, then can I able to log into our system? No. So with the help of these keys now, we can able to log into our system very safely and securely. Again, in the private key also, we are having two formats. One is PEM and second one is PPK. PEM and PPK. Like this. Again, I'm explaining the key pair concept one more time. So key pair main purpose is to log in. Here, how many keys we need to have? Two keys. So what are those? First one is public key. It is going to maintain by AWS. Second one, private key. Private key is going to maintain by user. Again, in private key, how many subkeys we are having? Two. First one is PEM. Second one is PPK. Now here, if you go and see, it is the key pair. We are using it for login purpose. Click on create new key pair. I am going to give the key pair name as April 6 p.m. batch. Okay, the name of the key pair. Guys, you can give your name also. Name doesn't matter. You can give whatever you want. Coming to the types, how many types we are having? Two. One is PEM, second one is, as of now, I'm going to show you how to use PEM. In upcoming days, I'm going to show you how to use PPK also. Create key pair. Now, if you create the key pair, this key pair is going to store on where, sir? In your local. Where you are going to store it? Now, if I want to log into my system, wherever this key pair is present, I need to log in from here itself. Now, can other people can able to log in? No. Why? Because this key is on my system only. Only I can able to log in. If this key is on other people's system, they also able to log in. But by default, this key will store on our system only. That means, is the key pair protecting us to log in safely and securely or not, sir? That's it. So these are the first four steps. Again, I'm explaining one more time for you. Step number one is name and tags. Step number two is AMI full form will be Amazon Mission Image. What we have here? OS software packages like that. Step number three will be instance. Here we are going to have CPU and memory. Here we are going to have T2 micro. How many CPUs we are having? And how much of RAM? 1 GB. And next here, key pair. Key pair is used to log in. How many keys we are going to have here? Two keys. First one is public key, which is going to maintain by. Second one will be, which is going to maintain by user. Again, in private key, how many types we are having? Two types. What are those? PEM and PPK. Now, step number 5. So, before I go for step number 5, step number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Clear for all of you? Online, can you please confirm, is the step number 1 to 4 clear for all of you or not? Okay, so that was a good response from all of you online. It's fine. So, PEM and PPK difference, I'll explain later. Let's Satya. Don't worry about it. Okay. So now step number 5 comes into the picture. Guys, this is the major step you need to focus on. Step number 5 will be about networking. Which one? Sir, for a server, without network, can we able to communicate? No. For example, see, you have the mobile. If you want to call to other person, what you need to have? Or even if you want to chat with other person, what you need to have? Network. Okay. Without network, even the messenger, whatever you want, without network, are this going to work with you? No. Here also, if I have a server, if the server want to communicate with user or the user want to communicate with the server, without networking, it is not possible. So in the networking part, Here we are going to focus on majorly two things. First of all, VPC. Second one will be security groups. Security groups. Simply you can call as SG in shortcut. What we can call as first major part about network is VPC. Second one is about SG. So before I said about VPC, I think all of you know about VPNs, right? What is the purpose of VPN? So first of all, VPN stands for virtual private network. Why we need to use VPN? We can access the blocked information. For example, see in India, PUBG is banned. But in Australia, we are playing PUBG. Okay. So in that case, if you want to play PUBG from India to Australia, do we travel or what? All right. So why? Because here in Indian network, that site is blocked actually. That application is blocked. But in Australian network, that is accessible. So it is very difficult to travel from India to Australia just to play with PUBG. In that case, you want the Australian network now. So instead of traveling, if you download one VPN, you can access any network from anywhere. Okay. So the same concept will be applied for VPC also. Generally, we can call it as VPN, but in AWS, we can call it as VPC. VPC stands for virtual private. The main purpose of using the VPC is to provide the privacy and security for the server. What is the purpose? To provide privacy and security for resources. Basically, not only for server, it can provide for resources. But as of now, I'm speaking about server now. So I'm writing here for server. So this VPC is nothing but virtual private cloud. If I create one server now, this VPC will provide privacy for my server and security. That means no other people can able to access, only I can able to access. Second one will be the security group. Security group main purpose is to access the applications. Which one? To access the application, we have something called as ports. From the ports, we can able to access the application. And the value of port is from 0 to 65,000. Can anyone tell me the value of security group port number? Like before that, how many of you know about AWS here? Have anyone taken training of AWS? Okay, fine. So the value of security group will be 0 to 65,535. See, for example, you create a server. You create a, inside the server, your application is accessing. But you have the application. If you want to access the application, you need to have the port number. What you need to have? The port number will be defined by the security group. Without security group, you cannot able to access the port number. If you can't access the port number, you cannot access the application. Let me explain you on another way. See, for example, you have the mobile. What you have? From mobile, if you want to contact me, what is the thing you need to have? You need to have my number. If you give my number to the mobile, then only mobile will transfer your call to my mobile. If you don't give the mobile number correctly, can you able to get the call properly? Here also, whenever you are having the server, in the server you have one application. If you want to access the application, you need to give the port number. What you need to give? Without giving the port number, we cannot access the application. And this port number will be given by which one here? Security group. What is the value of port number? 0 to 65,500. Guys, this security group is a very vast concept. Okay, but here in the demo, I'm just touching it a bit. But in the when the actual classes start now, it will take 1 hour to explain the security group. But here, for your clarity, I'm just telling that security group is to access the application only. What is the purpose? To access the, how can you access the application with the help of ports? So you can go here, click on edit. So you can create the new security group. I'm going to create the security group name called Raham. What is the name of the security group? Instead of SH, put all traffic. What I'm going to put here? If you put all traffic now, I can able to access any application from the server once I deployed. So again, I'm explaining the VPC concept one more time. VPC is nothing but virtual private cloud, which will provide the privacy and security for the server, similar to VPN. And apart from that, here we are going to use security group. What is the purpose of security group? To access the application. How can you access the application with the help of? What is the value of port? 0 to 65,535. Whenever, if you try to create any security group, by default, you will have only SH. What you have? That SH is a protocol which is responsible to communicate with your server. Okay, SSH. We can call it as secure shell. What we can call as? That is responsible to communicate with your server. If you don't have SSH, you cannot able to communicate with server. If you cannot able to communicate with your server, how can you access the application? No. For that purpose, here if I put all traffic, in the all traffic, I'll get the port number 0 to 65,535. That means I can access all the ports like that. Now is the networking clear for all of you? Online, can you please confirm is the networking clear for all of you or not? Clear, great. Fine. So here, what is the next step here? 6. That is about storage. Which one? Sir, already we spoke about storage, but that is not permanent storage. That is RAM only. But here now I'm gonna talk about ROM. So here we have something called as EBS volumes. What you have? EBS volume. The main purpose of EBS volume is to provide storage for server. What is the main purpose? To provide storage for the server. So by default, your server will have 8 GB of EBS volume. How much? But maximum we can go for 65,535. That is the maximum storage. That is GB I'm talking about. How much? GB. But even though you can go for terabytes also. For example, if you want to go for TBs also, you can go for TBs. Okay, that's it. You can go here. What is the default here? I'm going to tell you about here. 8. If I click on advanced, here you can see you can add multiple volumes as per your requirement. Okay. So, but guys, I'll show you this one. Let me show you these EBS volumes. I'll show you like what is the maximum volume we can use for the single server. You can use up to TBs also, like 16 terabytes, with 16 terabytes also we can use. Let me show you. Here if we go for, what is the maximum you can use here? 16,384. Okay. That is for general purpose. But if I go for provision, you can use much more. Okay. Minimum is 4 GB and maximum is 16. But in general, in real time, if you want to use, the maximum terabytes you can use is 16 terabytes per single device. How much? But that depends upon the storage type. Okay. 16 TB is the maximum we can use. And what is the minimum value? Minimum. No. 8 GB. By default, it will be 8 GB, but maximum we can use up to 16 terabytes. So this is your storage information. Again, I'm explaining the step number 1 to step number 6 one more time. So listen here very carefully. Step number 1, giving names and tags. Step number 2 is AMI. AMI stands for Amazon Machine Image. Here we have OS and software packages. Step number 3, we are having the instance type. So here we have CPU and memory. So what kind of instance type we gonna use here? T2 micro. How many CPs we get for T2 micro? And how much of RAM? 1 GB of RAM. Step number 4 will be key pair. Key pair main purpose is for login. How many keys we are going to have here? 2 keys. First one will be public key, which is maintaining by AWS. Second one will be private key, which is going to maintain by. And in private key also, how many subtypes we are having? 2 types. What are those? First one will be prem, second one will be, and fifth one will be the network. So in the networking part, how many topics we need to cover here too? First of all, VPC. Second one is SG. VPC main purpose is for providing privacy and security. And security group main purpose is to access the application. So if I want to access the application, I need to go for ports. What is the port value here? 0 to 65,535. Now step number 6 will be storage. Storage means what we need to speak about here? EBS volume. So this is to provide the storage for the server. Default we can get 8 GB, but maximum we can get 16 terabytes. So now step number 1 to step number 6. Is it clear for all of you? All in. Can you please confirm all of you once? Is the step number 1 to 6 clear for all of you or not? If it is clear, I'll show you the practical part online. Okay. So it was clear for all of you, and EBS stand for Elastic Block Storage, full form. Okay. So we will discuss it in the concept of volumes in the AWS, but as of now, EBS stand for Elastic Block Storage. So to create server, how many steps I said? 7. But how many steps we covered? What is the last step? Summary. Which one? So here you have some advanced also, but I'm going to ignore the advanced settings. Why? Because this we don't use frequently. I'll tell where these are going to use in the upcoming days. Step number 7 will be summary. Are you seeing the summary here? Summary means it will show you the entire configuration. How many servers we gonna create? What is the AMI? Amazon Linux 2. And what is the instance type here? T2 micro. What is the security group here we are gonna create? New. I'm creating new security group. What is the EBS volume we gonna take here? 8 GB. That means whatever the configuration we have given from starting point to ending point, everything will come here at the end. So once you verify all of them, you can click on launch instance. If you click on launch instance, automatically your instance will be creating. So guys, it will take only 30 seconds to activate. How many seconds? Basically, I said 1 minute, but 1 minute is more than enough. You can see here. Currently, your server is on which status? Pending. It will take exactly 30 seconds to activate. So wait for 30 seconds. So if the same process you want to do, like you want to do for physical server, it will take at least 1 day. So in the least case I'm talking about. Okay. So now is it coming for running status now? So like in this way, you can able to create the server. Again, I'll delete the server and I'll show you one more time how to create the server. Why? Because for your even better clarity. So I'm going to delete the server, select the server, click on instance state. You can see something called as terminate. Terminate means you can delete the server. So now again from the scratch point, I'm going to show you how to create the EC2 instance. So click on services, go for EC2. So now click on instances. So you can see number of running servers. If I want to create the new server, click on launch instance. Now you tell me parallelly, what is the step number 1? Tag. That means you can give names and tags anything. So I'm giving here Swiggy. Step number 2. AMI. What does an AMI consist of? OS and software packages. Here I'm going to use Amazon Linux 2. Okay, select the second one, not the first one. Go for second one. Step number 3. Instance type. What does we have on instance type? No. What we get from instance type? CPU and memory means which kind of memory? RAM. So by default, your instance type will be T2 micro with 1 CPU and 1 GB of RAM. Step number 4. Key pair. What is the purpose of key pair? Per login. How many type of key pairs we have? 2 types. What are those? Public key and private key. Public key will be maintaining by and private key by the. Again in private key, how many types we are having? 2 types. What are those? PEM and. So click on create new key pair. So key pair name, I'm going to give it as like whatever name you want, just I'm giving ABCD. Click on create key pair, but I'm not creating. Why? Because already I have one key pair. I can use the same key pair. Are you seeing the April 6 p.m. batch? After that, here you have something called as network settings. What do we have here? So in the networking, how many parts we need to deal with? Two. First one is about VPC. Second one is about security group. What is the purpose of VPC? To provide privacy and security for the server. What is the purpose of security group here? To access the application. If I want to access the application, I need to have the ports. What is the value of ports? 0 to 65,535. Okay, click on edit. I'll show you how to create security group. Give the name of security group. Here I'm giving it as Swiggy. So what is the purpose of using SH? To connect to the server. So instead of using SH, if I put all traffic, all the ports will be enabled. Why? Because for SH, port number 22 will be enabled. Which port number will be enabled? 22. But if I want to enable all ports, put here all traffic. And finally, configuring the storage. Here it is EBS volume. EBS stands for elastic block. What is the minimum value? But what is the maximum we can create? Terabytes. After all of them, now click on launch. Now, have you got the clarity of how to create a EC2 instance? Yes. If you see the recording video one more time, you will even get more better clarity. Online, can you please confirm is the concept of creating an EC2 instance clear for all of you or not? Fine. Great. How to create account to practice. So Madhu, I'm going to tell this concept on tomorrow session. Okay, how to create the AWS account. Can the terminated instance be activated again? No. Once you terminate the instance, you cannot able to activate. Okay, but in real time, we don't terminate the servers. If you terminate, you will lose it. Okay, fine. So now you have the application, like you have the server. Now my question is here. You create the server. How to deploy the application? Already in the last class, I showed you the deployment, right? So before I go for the deployment one more time, tell me what is the definition of deployment? Already we discussed, yeah. To install the application on the server. For example, if I have the application, if I install the application on the server, that is called as deployment. And as a DevOps engineer, that is the main role and responsibility for all of us. Okay. But here in our classes, how we are going to deploy the application? Manual or automation? So already I said, so whatever the stuff you are going to learn here, everything will be automated. Okay. So now I'll show you how to deploy the application. Give me a second. I am going to connect to the server. Guys, you don't know what is the process of connecting to the server. I'll explain later. Don't worry about this one. So in the downloads, I have the keypad. I'll move the keypad to the desktop. So now see, here I have the server. Now I'm going to show you how to deploy the application. So deployment will take only seconds. Okay. So VM, the application name is swiggy.sh. I already have the script, okay, which already prepared by me. In upcoming days, I'm going to show you how to create the script itself. Okay. You can write your own scripts. So GitHub, if I go to Raham Sheikh, there is a repository called all setups. Okay. Here you can see the Swiggy script actually. Are you seeing the script here? Swiggy. I'll just copy paste the stuff from here. Copy, paste it here. The application is deployed. If you want me to show, sir, already I shown you. If you want to log in or if you want to access the application, you need to have the ports, correct or not, sir? I'll copy the public IP address. So inside the server, I have the application running. What I have here? So if you want to access, give the port number, give the public IP address and port number will be 80. Hit enter. Are you seeing the application is running now here? Is Swiggy application or not, sir? Now, even though if you open your mobile and if you type the same IP address, you will get the same application. Open your mobiles, all of you. And even online, I'm giving the chart for you. In the chart, you can see it, okay? Here, I'm going to give the public IP address of the server. So guys, just to type the public IP address, okay? Don't type HTTP and all. Just IP address is enough. HTTP:/ is not required. Now you can see the live logs also. In server, are you seeing the live logs there? Is the logs generating or not, sir? This is telling that how many users are accessing my application. You can see the logs here itself. These logs are representing how many users are actively using my application now. The IP address will be 44.205.244.20. Online, are you getting the application? Can you confirm me once online? And offline, have you got the application, all of you? Same application. Whatever the application I'm showing on the screen, same application will get out, right? Yes. So everybody from the online, you were getting the application. That was great. And offline, even you can also see whatever the application here I'm seeing on my tab, the same application you are seeing on your laptop also, or like your mobile. Yes, now tell me, is it manual way of deploying the application or automation or not, sir? It is demos. In the demos only, I'm showing you how to automate the work. Of course, you don't know how to write the script, but in upcoming days, I'm going to show you. Okay. Like this, from day 1 to day n, whatever the topics that I'm going to teach you, this entire concept will be automated. And you can learn the automation very simply. To learn the automation, what is the fundamental thing you need to have is, you need to understand the concept. Whatever the concepts I'm going to teach you in the class, if you understand the concept, you can write your own automation scripts. By the end of the course, you can write your own playbooks. You can write your own like a Jenkins pipeline. You can write own Kubernetes manifest file, and you can write your own shell script. You need not to depend upon anyone. Whatever the subject I'm going to teach you, if you follow the subject, you can automate any work in real time. If you want me to show you one more example also, I'll just make it proof for you. For example, have you ever heard about the tool called Prometheus and Grafana? Olin, have you ever heard about Prometheus? How many of you heard about Prometheus here? Raise your hands. Nobody knows, huh? I think Olin people might know. Why? Because like these people are like working on real time, so they might know about it. Okay. So I got response from 3 persons. Yes, you heard about it. So my question is, guys, how much time it will take to set up Prometheus? How much time it will take? Let's ask ChatGPT. I'm asking ChatGPT, how much time required to set up Prometheus? Let's see what ChatGPT is gonna answer. Okay. So you can see it is telling that Prometheus monitoring server, it can be done within few hours, right? So at the end, you can see how much time you will get. So in last class already we've seen basically how much time required to set up Tomcat. ChatGPT said 30 minutes, but we done it in within. But in today's class, so setting of Prometheus is going to take within hours. But I'm going to tell you, I can set up Prometheus within 5 seconds. How many seconds? But how much time like this ChatGPT is asking? Tell me one thing. Do you believe setting up the Prometheus is possible in 5 seconds? How many of you believe? Everybody believe. Already you've seen that. I think you are from a previous demos, I think so. In class, I showed you Prometheus previously. Okay, fine. Let's go for Grafana this time. I think in last class I showed you Prometheus. In this class, I'll show you Grafana setup. Okay. Again, I'll ask ChatGPT. How much time required to set up Grafana? Which one? Grafana. Let's see how much time it will take. So let's wait for the update. So simply it will take 30 minutes. Like what the chat GPT is going to tell us, it will take 30 minutes. Okay. So it will take within few minutes to hour or less. Let's take average as 30 minutes. But here in our class, we take only 20 seconds. How many seconds? Within 20 seconds, I'll show you how to set up Grafana. See, I already have the ready-made script here. Let's go for Grafana. Or is in the Grafana here? I just copy paste the script here. Okay. So wait, Grafana. Here are the Grafana script, guys. So directly you can use the Grafana, but I have one other more script also. Like, let me show you the other script. Wait. So here you have the script of Grafana. So what exactly I'm going to do is I'll just copy paste this one. So node exporter will be there. And here I have the Grafana. It is Prometheus where the Grafana started. So it is a script, guys. So I'm going to just copy this. Guys, how much time I said? 20 seconds, okay? But ChatGPT took how much seconds? The Grafana downloading there. That's it. Your setup is done now. So the Grafana got downloaded. Are you seeing the complete here? Once you see the complete, what you can do is you can copy the public IP address and the Grafana port number will be 3000. How much? 3000. Now you can see the Grafana dashboard here. If you can see, is the dashboard loading or not, sir? So username will be admin and the password is also admin. Login. I'm gonna skip this one. Now from this point of view, will you able to see the dashboard of Grafana now? So guys, it will take hours in real time. But how much time we took? Less than 20 seconds. So what I'm telling you is, whatever the works you're gonna do on real time, if it take hours, I'm gonna show you within minutes. In real time, if your work minutes, I'm gonna show you here on second. This is completely automated course. If you go to any part of the world, you cannot get scripts like this. So whatever the scripts that I prepared, by the end of the course, I'm gonna teach you how to write your own scripts. And these scripts have been used by many of the companies. So a lot of my students who trained here and who placed it from this institute. So these people are using the same scripts. What are the scripts I'm giving to them? Same scripts now they are using for the real-time work. And even if they get any kind of issue, if they tell me, I'll change the scripts from here itself. So coming to the learning point, what I can say is, this course is for the people who want to learn complete automation. And with this course, I said you how much of experience we can put? Easily 3+ of years of experience you can put. Why? Because a lot of my previous student who has taken training from me, now they are working with them. So like so and so companies, like some of them are startup and some of them are MNCs. Okay. Not only for the experience, even for fresher also, lot of people who took training here. So now they are working on so and so big companies with a good package also. I said you the highest package of my student, right? For the fresher, it is 6 lakhs. How much? Average will be 4 and highest will be 6. And for the experienced people, one guy got the package of 16 LPA from here. Previously, he doesn't have any kind of knowledge, but he took classes from here and you took training from me. Now he got the package of 16 lakhs. I'm not telling that everybody will get the 16 lakhs, but I'm telling you that everybody will get the equivalent knowledge. But it depends upon you how exactly you are going to utilize. Tell me one thing, in demos, is anybody going to show this much of practical things? Demo means mostly a lot of people will cover theoretically, but here in demos, I'm going to show you the complete practical part, how the real-time automation works. So that's it. So now, before going for the doubts and queries today, so first thing I want to ask is, how's the class for all of you today? Is the class clear for all of you? All in, can you please confirm how's the class for all of you today? I would like to get response from all of the online guys. You can ping me on comment section. I can see it from here. So the response was clear, fine, good, great, fine. Yeah. Okay, guys. So I'm saying like the class was very good from all of you. So that was very great response from all of you online. Great. In upcoming days, I'm going to show you more examples as well as I'm going to cover more practical part also. Okay. So now, before going for doubts and queries, first of all, I'll tell about the details of the course. Why? Because a lot of people might join today only. So I'll cover the course details. Okay. First of all, this course is not DevOps, guys. This is DevOps with AWS. That means here, apart from DevOps, you are going to learn as well as you will get Linux for free of cost. So 35 days Linux course will be there. That is completely free of cost for you. You need not to pay any kind of amount for it. Duration of the course will be 2.5 months. Apart from Linux, I'm talking about. Linux will be 30 plus days, and this DevOps will be 2.5 months. So total, you can get the course around 4 months, including of DevOps, Linux, and AWS. So fee will be 10,000, and with recording it will be 16,000. Timings will be evening 6 to 7:30 p.m. and class we will be having only for 70 minutes per day. Rest of the 20 minutes will be completely interactive. Okay. And with this course, you can put the experience of 3 years and you can go for lab from morning 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Even though if you can't come to lab, from online you can get the lab access. For example, if you are practicing from your home, okay, whenever if you are getting any kind of doubts and queries, we will be giving the link to you to join. You can join on that link and you can discuss the doubts and queries with the mentors. And from this course, how many projects you are going to learn? Right. Two of them are monolithic, two of them are microservice, and one is the infrastructure project. Coming to the tools, how many tools I'm going to teach you here? 18. So this is the complete details about the course. So now, apart from these doubts, so online, if you are having any doubts or any queries, you can please raise your hand. I'm going to give unmute option for all of you who want to speak. But before that, offline, any queries from your end, first of all? And how many of you are like new for today's session? So 1, 2, 3, 4. So guys, I will recommend all of you to go to the ground floor and you can find the admin called Beam. Okay. You can go and you can ask the recording videos. Why? Because 2 classes are done. Those 2 are completely theoretical part, nothing practical. Okay. Today is the first practical part what you have seen. Okay. And this concept, whatever I discuss, is not interlinking with the 2 concepts. Okay. Please go to them and take the recording videos. You will get some clarity. Is it clear? Fine. So course content, you can ping to the online admin called Praveen. He's gonna share you, and online I'm gonna share you the course content for you. So please open your chat box. Like I'm gonna share it for you. So I have given the course content in the chat box online. So please take it from there, and even you can get from the admin also. So your admin name will be Praveen. If you can ping to him directly, he will respond to your questions and queries like everything. I'm gonna give the name of like number of Praveen also. But before that online, I have given these links for you in the chat box. Please take the links. Yes, Mubashir Ali. So you can definitely get the job. But first of all, don't focus on the job. Focus on the subject. If you are well enough and if you are like having some good knowledge on DevOps, there are a hell lot of opportunities. Sure, like Sai Krishna, even though if you don't have any kind of previous knowledge, you can directly take this course and you can learn it. Okay. It doesn't require any kind of previous knowledge, what I can say. And the notes and all, everything will be given for your Google Classroom. So you can take it from Google Classroom. So now coming to the queries part. So first of all, like Grandi Kamala, you can speak. I given you the unmute option. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Tell me, Kamala.
Sir, actually, sir, Prometheus is Grafana. These are all applications or servers, sir.
These are
Because
monitoring tools actually, which you can monitor your servers. Okay.
the companies are maintaining like that, sir.
Yes, every company will monitor the servers with the help of these kind of tools, Grandi.
So total 18 tools in this course we will learn.
Yes, we're gonna cover 18 tools.
This type of Prometheus, Grafana, this type
Yes.
of.
So even though here I have given the tools names also, you can take it from like syllabus copy. Just open the syllabus copy once I have given the chart box. You can list the tools there.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. You're very clear, sir. Everything is clear. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Short intro of yours. Yeah, definitely I'll give you a session. Okay. Fine. Thank you. So next, Janse, I'm from non-IT actually. Is it possible to get a job by learning? So I'm telling you one thing. Even though if you are from IT or non-IT, it doesn't matter. Can you stop the like? Okay. You can decrease the volume. Okay. So guys, I'm telling you one thing. If you are from IT or if you are non-IT, it doesn't matter. Why? Because I am teaching you the course from the scratch. That means previous to this course, you doesn't need to have any kind of knowledge. Okay. Whatever the points I'm teaching you, so I'm teaching you from 0 level. Na? Even though if you're from on like non-IT or like IT, your previous experience and knowledge will not affect this one. Okay. So definitely you can learn this course, Jansi, without any doubt. Hope it is clear. So next, Durga Ganesh, you can speak now. Durga Ganesh, Madanapalli.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yeah, hello Ganesh. Good evening.
Yeah, I just want to know.
Yeah, please ask.
Is the timing?
I'm not getting your voice, Ganesh, clearly. Can you please speak it loudly? Like you were asking something
The
about
time you have
timings.
Yeah, timings. Is there any change for the timing?
No, timings will be fixed, Ganesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are no timings in the afternoon or morning session.
So morning, I'll be having some other batch on morning, but not now. As of now, I'll be having this batch only. But in upcoming days, I'll be having the batch from morning also. And guys, one more time, like one more thing, I'm telling you. For example, you joined on this batch due to some health issue or due to some shift issue, you are not able to come to class. Okay. Whenever my next batch started, you can come to the next batch also. Or due to some health issue, you missed some classes. Okay, if you want to cover the classes, whenever I sit for the next batch, na, you can come for my next batch also. So this kind of switching also we can provide for you. Okay, so timings, like regarding the timings, you don't need to worry about Ganesh.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you, Ganesh. Next, Gautam Reddy, you can speak. So morning batch will take some time, Sirisha. I'm not sure when it is going to start, but it will start within 2 weeks, I think so. But you can join in this batch and you can shift to that whenever it got started. Yeah, Gautam, please speak. Okay, so next, Harish, you can go ahead. Harish, I have given
Hello.
unmute option. Yeah,
Hello.
Harish.
Yes, sir. I don't have any questions as of now. And
Okay.
yeah, I'm not able to see that the link that you shared regarding the
It's
course
not link. I
content
have
and
given the
all.
document directly. Like,
No, document also I'm not able to see in my chat box.
okay, so let's do one thing. I'm
Mhm.
gonna give the like admin number in the chat box. Please ping to the admin. Okay, he's gonna send you the document and everything. His name is Praveen. So please WhatsApp for him for the more details. You can get the document, syllabus copy, everything. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Thank you.
please share me that.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. Next, like Abu Firas Khan. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Am I
Yeah,
audible?
hello, Abu.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. So as you told, like we need to do the automation part, which is more important in DevOps, right?
Yep.
Rather doing it manually. So we are going to learn the automation like scripting as well, right?
Yes, exactly.
So are we going to learn parallelly the scripting part or like?
No. It's separately. I'm gonna teach you. Okay.
Okay, separately we're going to teach for this. That.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So
Okay,
online,
thank
I
you.
have given the admin number, contact number. You can please contact him for the recording videos as well as your material also, like course material, course content. Next year, Sharath Kumar, you can speak, Sharath.
Hello.
Yeah, hello Sharath. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Sir, scripting is highly required to learn from this course. And
Definitely. Without scripting, you can't automate. Okay. So definitely scripting is going to play a major role in the DevOps activities.
okay. And as well as the Linux classes also teached by you or someone can
No,
teach
no.
Linux class.
Here in this course, I'm going to cover some basic fundamental of Linux. But Linux complete course is going to be covered by Mr. Imran, sir. Okay. We can join in his classes.
Okay, okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sharath. Next, Prashant, you can speak.
Sir, like is coding language required for this?
No, Prashant, for this course, you need not to have any kind of coding knowledge. Okay. So without coding also, you can cover this DevOps.
So for scripting, like what we use, like JavaScript or what do
No,
we
no, no.
use?
It's a bash script.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Next, Sirisha, you can speak now. Sirisha R.
Hi.
Yeah, hello, Sirisha.
Will Naresh IT show placement opportunities for
Yeah,
experience?
we are going to provide the placement opportunity also. Don't worry about your placement. So once your course done, so we are gonna
I'm
give the placement
already
opportunity for
working
you.
in MNC company.
Okay. I mean, like a Naresh IT will show placement for the fresher. Like for example, if you're like recently passed out like 2021, 2022 or 2023. So we will show placement for you. But for experienced people, Naresh IT, like not only Naresh IT, like nobody is going to show placement. But what I can do is I'll post some openings on the LinkedIn. You can go and you can check that placement, Sirisha.
Okay, like referrals, likewise, right?
Yes, yes. I'll guide you how to get the placement as an experienced person. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Sirisha. Next, Muhammad Idris, you can speak. Idris, you can speak. Okay. So next, Madhuraja, you can speak.
Hello.
Yeah, Madhu, please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are
Yeah.
audible, Madhi.
Yeah, I want to know the ratio part. Ratio in the sense like after completion of the course, like what would be the ratio like in the, is there any particular month only, any March, April, in that time only the openings would be there, or throughout the year that would be depending like, is there anything like
You are asking about
that time
placement?
there would,
Placement, Madhu?
yeah, the openings.
See, openings, like I'll tell you, openings you will get mostly from the month of April, May, June will be the openings. And July, August will be like we'll have some less openings. And from September, October, November, we have a lot of openings. So it depends
Okay.
upon the market. We cannot blindly say like these are the openings man and these are not. Why? Because you know, like there are a lot of rationing happening outside. So most of the
Okay, yeah,
cases,
yeah.
like you will get openings in the like summer itself. Summer as well as after from August also you'll get a lot of openings.
Okay, like if at all I search through India, so
Yeah.
overall India like that, there would be like if at all there are like 50 in 50, there would be hardly 15 or like that kind of openings would be there. That's what I'm asking, like in the sense like
Okay. Okay.
the demand
Yeah.
part, the demand part.
See,
So
for
how would it be?
DevOps, you will have a lot of demand in the market. Only thing is you need to have the skill. If you are skilled enough, there are a lot of openings with some good package. I'm telling you now, with the
Yeah, yeah,
experience
okay.
of 2 years only, one of my student grabbed the package of 13 lakhs.
Yeah, yeah.
For which
Why?
experience?
Because I'm
Only
asking
2.
is like
Yeah.
I'm doing Jira, right? So Jira, there is no openings right away. Like right away,
Like,
there are only
yeah.
like they are saying that maybe like in couple of months because the layoffs are going on. Maybe next March would be there. Like so, such kind of a thing. Like, is it AWS is like a new in 5 years old or what? Like, I'm sorry for like what is the new year in this?
No, no, it's not like this. So AWS is the cloud that we are using for supporting of DevOps. But if not AWS, you can choose any of the cloud as per our requirement. Okay.
Yeah, but in the Indian market, it's like 5 years old, right? 5 years or like not like this.
Yes, yes. So
I guess only
it's not 5. I can say it as 6 actually. Near
okay, and the scope would be around like maybe like 4 like ahead. Like I can once if I get that I can next 4 years or 2 years like don't go problem, right?
Yeah, no need to
In
switch.
middle.
If you wanna switch, you can switch. Like it depends upon like your interest. If you wanna switch, there are some hell lot of like opportunities for the AWS itself. Okay, I'll guide you how to switch. Like if you wanna get from one to another sake. Okay.
Like why? Because like are there any drawbacks? See, the market every time would be changing, right? Last year would be some other tool, and this year would be some.
Yeah,
I'm
like
asking,
see,
like,
we
2, 3
need to
years.
update to market trends all the way. So even not only you, even I need to update as per the market trends. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. So next, Lalita, you can speak, Lalita. Lalita, are you there?
Sorry, sir, I forgot to unmute.
Okay, fine. Please go ahead.
Sir, earlier you have mentioned that while creating AWS account, we need to have a credit card or debit card.
Yes.
So my doubt is that do we have to pay money while creating the account?
Yes, 2 rupees only. You need to pay 2 rupees. Why? Because that's for account verification. And again, they will resend that, they will refund the 2 rupees for you after account got created. Okay. That's for the verification purpose, Lalita.
Okay, sir. Sir, apart from the 2 rupees, do we have to pay anything extra?
No, not required.
Okay, so that's all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So guys, that's it for today's session. So hope the demo was so good for all of you. So in tomorrow's session, I'm going to teach you some other concept with some other practical part. Okay. So please go to the downstairs so you can find the admin. So from him, you can get the course content as well as recording videos of previous classes. How many of you got the course content here as of now? Okay. So just go and ask today. So they are going to send the course content for you. So that's it for today's session. Hope the session was good for all of you. So let's meet on tomorrow's session with some new topic. Have a great day. Bye all. Thank you.